Hey guys, howdy do. I'm Karen Adamski with ShamanMama.com, and today I wanted to just do a quick follow-up video to the last video that I did. Probably a week and a half ago. I've taken some time off, and that video was in relation to grief and discussing the death and grief and that whole process. So I wanted to just do a quick follow-up. The last video that I did was 3 days after one of my best friends passed away. Now, I don't know, it's a week and a half later, I think. Kind of lost track of the days, but feeling much better. And I wanted to just share some of the things that have helped me come to terms with Nancy's passing and have brought myself comfort. And I want to share this with you because maybe with my sharing there's a smidge of something that might pop out and may get filed away for you, so that when the time comes, maybe that will bring you some relief or some help, or give you some direction. That's my hope. So, and I'm really kind of also feeling like death in general is such a uncomfortable subject for many people. And I don't know if that's our Western culture here. You know, I'm not sure how it is throughout the rest of the world. But it seems like in the United States, those of us who have grown up here in this Western culture seem to have a more difficult time discussing death and what happens and what our wishes are and how we're feeling. And even talking to somebody else who is grieving. You know, when somebody says, "Oh, so-and-so passed away," people tend to want to run away from that. They're not sure what to say, and it's just easier to ignore it and not have that conversation. And to me, that just seems like human nature. So no judgment, but it just doesn't seem like the healthiest way to handle it. So not that I'm super comfortable with it either, but I wanted to put that out there and you know, food for thought, and see what you think. But I can tell you that it's brought me a lot of comfort in being able to pass on Nancy's wishes in terms of what happened after she passed. She was unable to talk to her family about that just because it's such a sensitive subject, and so she shared those things with me. When the time came, then I could share those things with her family, which is what has happened. And that has brought them so much comfort. So, you know, kudos to Nancy for thinking about that up front and making this process easier for her family. It's difficult, but I think they know that they're doing what Nancy wanted, and that brings them so much relief, I think. And that makes me feel like I'm helping in some way, and that makes me feel like I'm healing too. So the overall, everything has just been, you know, very good in that way. The other thing that brought me healing was drumming for my friend, another very close friend and I. We, prior to Nancy's cremation, we went and had the opportunity to drum around Nancy's body, and I know that for Nancy, she would have loved that. I'm sure she did. I'm sure she was there in spirit. For myself, I can't speak for my friend, but I know it was healing for her as well. But for myself, I just felt like, I know that was not Nancy's spirit, it was just her body, but honoring that part of her and drumming for her body, and honoring that part of her prior to cremation brought me a lot of kind of closure, I guess, and a lot of healing. So I felt very good about that. Not an easy thing to do, but it was really fantastic. What else? I have my drum. I put her picture on the back of it. Nancy was really, I think, one of the first people to introduce me to shamanism, so it feels very good to have her picture on the back of my drum so that she's with me at all times when I'm drumming. That's brought me closure. And those are just some of the things that that have helped. And then what it's prompted me to do, and this is kind of the second thing that I wanted to talk about, is what are your plans? You know, what if you die tomorrow? Does your family know what you want? Do you want to be cremated? Do you want to be buried? What do you want? Where do you want your things to go? Who gets what? What kind of service do you want? You know, is it a service in a church? Is it a service outdoors? Is it life celebration kind of a thing? You know, what are your choices? What are your wishes? And that's just something that I don't think we've been raised to discuss. So I have shared my wishes with just a few people. One of my very best friend has agreed to kind of take care of the ceremony for me if I pass before she does. So that brings me a lot of comfort, and I know that she will take very good care of my family, and I know that they will get comfort from knowing that everything's being taken care of, and that they don't have to make the choices, I guess is my point. So I think it's just such an important thing to do. It's not a great topic to bring up. I actually just sent my wishes to them. Well, I talked to my best friend about it, and she, agreed to it and everything, which is great. But then I sent an email to my husband, to my best friend, and to my other best friend, another best friend. And I just sent them the email and said, just tuck it away, put it in a place safe. I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon, but if that time does come, at least there's some direction there. So that has brought me a lot of comfort as well. So I guess that's pretty much what I wanted to share. Things are going well. I think the grieving process for me anyway is just going to be kind of a continual thing. And I know everybody grieves in different ways and at different speeds and handles things differently, but just wanted to be open and honest about how I'm feeling, in the hopes that you can do the same when the time comes or when need be. And just know that you don't have to shy away from it. It's a pretty scary topic, packed with tons of emotions, and it's easier to just not go there. But you can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, believe me. So I hope that helps. I hope that there's a smidge of something in there that resonates with you and can bring you comfort in the future. Okay? So that's it. Be well, my good friends. I will see you soon, okay? Namaste.